Welcome. Here's my Festool Domino joiner. If you're like me, who don't live close to where I could just order some domino and get them right away, here's something you can do. What I did, like all woodworkers, have scrap wood in the scrap bin that we never use. We just never use it. We just have it there waiting for the day that we're going to use it. So what I did, I went through and I took out some stock and I ripped them up to 8 millimeters thick. This one is 8 millimeters thick by 22 millimeters wide, and then I just cut them up to whatever length I want, be it 50 millimeters or 40 millimeters or 30 millimeters. Here's another set that's 8 millimeters thick by 22 millimeters. Whoa, hold up. This one is 30 millimeters, and this one is 22 millimeters. Why 30 millimeters? Because this is how wide it cuts when you put it on the widest setting. And this 22 millimeter is the width that it cuts when it's on the smallest setting. And then, well, I round it over on the router table so that, you get that round edge. Then I go to my chop saw and I cut them up. These ones are cut at 30 millimeters long. These ones are cut at 40 millimeters long. Why do I have them in different sizes? Now in my shop I use 3/4 inch thick wood, and if I go half and half, I'll fly through the other end of the side panel. So what I would have to do when I use the 40 millimeters long, I would do like 12 millimeter deep in the side panel, and then like 28 millimeter in the rail. Or I would do 15 millimeter in the side panels and 25 millimeters deep in the rail. But you have to make changes. So to avoid the changes, I just cut it 30 millimeters and do 15 millimeters in the side panel and 15 millimeter in the rail. That way I don't have to worry about the changing of the setup. Now traditional mortises and tenons work great, but the floating tenons work just as good. Now I've tried them both and I see that yes, the domino joiner is much faster, but I also know that the domino joiner is very expensive. So the other alternative is a router and a router table. You do your mortises, or you make a little mortise and jig, and you use a router, a handheld router, preferably a plunge router, to make your mortises, and you just do the same and make your floating tenons. I have really enjoyed working with the Festool Domino machine. It is a great addition to my shop. If you have the money, by all means, it will be the greatest investment you've made. There's a bigger one, but I don't see the need for it in my shop, but you might. And so that's how I use the domino joiner. Now I'm not saying that you're not supposed to buy your dominoes. Buy your dominoes if you are able to, if you live close enough to get quick shipping, or if not, by all means, just make your own dominoes. Talk to you guys later. Feel free to comment, and I'll talk to you when I can.